charge in the mid lane. Does he have chain? No mana for chain. No. We need a 17%.
No flame guard. Oh.
Alright.
Well, the gods are not on IG's side. This
Vici is winning at least 2 out of 3 lanes. Because Weaver hasn't even seen a hero on the bottom lane for like 3 minutes. Ever since Prophet poured it away. But the top lane though, I think Vici expected to quite a bit better, and they're not.
I don't think LC has been able to read these rotations very well. Rubik keeps leaving every once in a while, but she's not confident enough to go head-to-head against the Bloodseeker. Coddle's only managed to hit level 2, almost level 3. It's a really big stack on the bottom part, keeping this neutral pillar now until the rotation. He does not get close to it, should be.
This is definitely the plan B of Nature's Prophet. And that just really shows you the strength of here, right? If you can't really win your lane, no problem. How your other lanes win?
Which, I mean, I think he can do fine against a Weaver. Weaver doesn't even have a poor man's shield, so Trinket spam is pretty irritating. He's now charged. Scythe.
Well, didn't get the scythe kill, but I think if Prophet goes back to the lane now, he just gets wrecked. Because Paparazzi has such high level of Tsukushino and a power trip.
Yeah, he spent too long, but I think after that courier kill, courier snipe, he could have gone back down to bot lane. It would have been fun.
Also think mid lane's starting to be a big problem. Are we gonna see a courier snipe from Prophet? He saw the courier being delivered mid.
Yeah, no, it's flying now. What you need is the Orb of Venom to slow down the courier, so that's the problem.
I see. You were talking about IG going for Midases. I think Vici could be going for double Midases if they want. Like, Weaver's had such a good game. Looks like he's going to go for Diffuser Blade. We're going to see a Rupture gang coming on the mid lane. But Ori, kick it back. Rupture, and then kick him back.
We'll just kick him
yo, this big nuke. Gonna be good, but he's got the Ghost Shard. Another charge on the back line. They will lose Boboka. Illuminate hits absolutely nobody, but now they're gonna focus on OP. OP not even level 6 just yet. He's gonna go down. 2 kills so far. They will lose 1. Paparazzi? Sakushi? No. Gaze of Death just running circles in this team fight. On the right side. Crown. Oh, but what Illuminate gets them down. Ori, nice block here from everybody. Ooh, Ghost Shroud? 1 second. Ghost Shroud. Go back up. It's fine now.
Man, I actually think that double blocking the trance.
I'm gonna say Vici came. Pretty much everybody died in the mid lane. I want to say Vici came out ahead because of the final kill that Ori got.
Vici came out on head because Ori didn't die, period. Whereas Bloodseeker and Ember both died.
Yeah, it was just 4 for 2. Good stuff.
Yeah, this Necro is going to be terrifying. Because he can always do that every time he gets ruptured. He doesn't need to go anywhere. His team will come to him.
Oh, by the way, I think XSS sniped the courier again in the middle of that. So maybe
right, he did.
Slight victory, I guess.
Okay.
Courier kill at this point in the game actually worth quite a bit. So.
Yeah. It's a flat bounty, but obviously that bounty is a much larger percentage of your net worth in the first few minutes of the game.
It's 150 for each player, right? So it's 750.
Bro.
That's a lot of gold.
Yeah, it is. Ori doesn't care. He's still farming up a storm. Higher net worth than the Bloodseeker, which isn't too unreasonable, but still pretty good. And looks like Gaze of Death is going to be going for a Shadow Blade first item on this Bloodseeker.
Seems dubious.
Yeah, most of the time I'll see stuff like Sange and Yasha, or like a right-click item being the first thing, and technically Shadow Blade is a right-click item in that it gives you attack speed and you get the backstab bonus, but it's still not like a traditional first item for a carry.
I just don't know how many ganks he's going to get off with the Shadow Blade. I don't think the Silver Edge upgrade has a lot of use in this game. And most importantly, I think you want to get Diffusal Blade versus Ghost Shroud. So
oh yeah, exactly.
You might not want to get it first as an item, but I don't think Shadow Blade, in terms of the long-term value, has a lot of value.
Plus, you know now that Lanham is playing very selfishly because he has not been supporting this Legion Commander, so chances are he's going straight for an Aghanim Scepter, and that means that he'll have a gem soon after, and that means that your Shadowblade initiation is going to be pretty, like, you're not going to get any positioning at daytime whatsoever.
Right. I mean, that Aghanim's gem thing might come maybe like 15, 20 minutes after this, so you still gonna have some time to use it, but I hear you, at one point in the game,
true,
it's gonna get
right.
This will do nicely.
Nature's Prophet's going to be going for an Orchid, which is a heavy value item against Weaver, Necro, and Legion as well.
Okay. I figure he's gonna go for the face drums, but you're right, the Orchid is gonna have a lot of pick-off dice. The only thing he needs to worry about is the pressy attack from LC, but apart from that.
Right.
Oh, level 10 is such a sweet level for Necro, because you get plus 40 down damage from the talent. And now you could go Death Pulse and then right-click the range creep for a one-hit kill. I think Damage Talon adds something unique to the game because it turns certain heroes into semi-carries. For example, Dragonite gets a plus 40
Lone
damage
Druid.
talent. Yeah, Lone Druid gets a 45 or 50 damage talent. It gives them such a big slice that it adds an interesting layer in the pool. Whereas Respawn Talent, it's like you don't plan on dying, but if you do die, it's like okay, you know, it's
right.
Hold on. Okay. Nice kick into a silence. Lanham. Oh, the blinding light. Looks like he'll be dead. Rupture's coming off cooldown like a couple seconds. Pop Ross.
Yeah, Weaver's a little too fast though.
What have we here?
So IG have a pretty clear objective in mind. They are more than happy to fight as soon as the Rupture is off cooldown every single time. And I think they're equipping themselves accordingly. OP still has not really revealed what he's going for on the Desert Spirit. I still think that BOT is a good idea, but it's possible he may go for a Veil, finds it necessary against the Weavers, like a click damage, because Flame Guard is going to get purged off almost every single time, and Slide will go down to mid lane, Magnetize.
Dagger, a ton of the damage. Rupture as well, silence on top. He's going to try to heal as much as he can, but way too many heroes.
I'm surprised that he didn't just TP out. His initiation was with Boulder Smash. Dual bot lane jungle.
Yeah, I don't think they have enough to actually get the kill. In fact, I think Boba got lives here. Nice two-man kick. Silence on top. The silence doesn't connect.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Rupture's up in 10 seconds. Well, you're mid to help OP if you once. But the OP's fine. Everyone's retreating from this push as 3 Radiant Heroes have shown up after Ori respawned and are they denied this tower? Yeah.
So I know that Veil of Discord
Value
is such a common item on Necro, but I feel like this game, maybe the Dagon would be a little bit better. Because if you think about it, right, like offensively, Veil and Discord and Dagon 1 are relatively comparable, but you have an LC on your team, so I think burst damage up front has much more value.
Yeah, but Veil is does a lot with the burst that Vici already have, which is overwhelming odds, the damage from Spear Breaks Bashes, and obviously Illuminate as well.
I mean, you say that, but all those spells are... It's not like, you know, Dragon Slave, just clean nukes. I don't know, it just feels like they don't have enough burst damage. Like, look at this LC mid.
I think Illuminate's gonna be enough.
Look at this LC
Yeah, well,
mid.
yeah, right now, but Weaver's going to have the Diffusal Blade, so for one thing, you're gonna have to look at that Finger. And that, like, Ember is balanced around the fact that he has a lot of spell damage, whatever. I don't think it's necessary. I think after this, I think Ori can go for something like a Radiance top lane. Down goes the for the light that Orc can reveal. Because
Bubblegum's hunting people, rolls in, 2-man stun, magnetize on everybody. And Reaper side, that's gonna be enough to get the kill. Paparazzi has time lapse, but he gets Orchid in the very last second. Great press the attack. He goes right into the silence, but he should be fine, runs out of it. Blink, does he have duel? He has duel available, but he gets lifted. Now charge on Q. There is no more lift, so the duel should be a very easy follow-up. There should be a kill.
Feast.
Yeah, that was really well by Legion Commander. If that Orchid duration got full time off, Weaver was definitely dead. And Weaver actually may have died even after he time-lapsed, but unfortunately IG did not place detection down.
Yep.
So Bloodseeker could not find the Weaver to rush her, and then after that, all their heroes got too split up to do anything. Isabel still has Rusher though. He really wants to use it.
Oh, he's got the Shadow Blade initiation as well. No TP on 11. Press the attack. Gonna get surrounded here.
Tower is under attack.
Rupture kick, man.
Yeah, that's pretty good. That was, we were theory crafting. You picked
Yeah.
Bloodseeker, Pudge, Earth Spirit, Tiny, and who was the last turn? Oh, Magnus.
Okay, Magnus. They got a little bit of a telekinesis lift here. That will do a little bit.
That's true. A little bit counts.
And you can use Sprout to push him a little bit, you know?
Oh, man, now you're talking.
Charge can be completed. I wonder if Paparazzi would regret going for that quick diffuser blade. He's been joining a lot of fights, but he's also almost dying in every one of them. Still very good score, 4-1 and 1. But now going right back for that Lincoln here that he really needs.
Yeah, the other downside of going diffuser versus oftentimes you find running out of mana. So you see that he went straight for the Void Gun, had a range as well, and between each item
Oh, great spot here, Blood Right on top of this ramp. 2-hero dies immediately. Alright, Fenrir is out of here. But, okay, wait, he's in the tree, they know.
Perhaps.
Oh, Bubblegum knows exactly where he is. Magnetize, rock, silence, kick. They even steel charge.
Ooh, steel charge. Actually haven't been considering Rubik's role in this game, so charge is good. I think the number one thing he wants to steal is either probably Shikuchi or just the attack.
Or Chakra Magic.
Chakra Magic is nice, but I think his team is... they're not too mana dependent. Ember kind of is, but he has his bottle, and Earth Spirit kind of is, but you don't really worry about Earth Spirit. He has an urn, usually it's pretty self-sustainable.
That cooldown reduction though, double slight.
True. True.
Never refuse.
Yo dog, I heard you like slight. You can slight within your slight. You actually can slight when you're in slight.
Yeah, you can style. Oh, wow.
The seeds of
I don't know if I've seen that before.
No, you cannot, right?
Where do you
There's no
end
way-
up?
There's no way you can slight within a slight.
What? You're not silenced like Blade Fury.
I wonder if your spell would be muted for slighting.
Like that one spell, maybe. Because I know.
How would that make
Omni
sense,
slash, Omni it's, I think it mutes killing, but I'm not 100% sure about that. Charge onto the bottom lane, and just probably is going in, but there's no stun to keep it canceled.
Vision granted though with that charge.
True.
Oh, charge is super good for breaking Lincolns. Afar.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's actually going to be a problem moving forward. Though I guess Nature's Prophet to like already be and ready to go.
Young 11 definitely.
Usually what you see, and you have to give this nugget, but usually what you see is whenever someone is going for the Lincoln, then you'll charge the creep that, and then whenever the guy will automatically swap targets to them without triggering their Lincoln.
Ah, thank you for that
Yeah,
nugget.
that's the play. Thank you. Yeah, I need to interrupt.
No problem. You can Kanye me all the time, anytime.
Okay, cool.
Lanham, working towards that Ags. I guess it really doesn't feel like Vici is on full power because Lanham hasn't really participated in these kind of fights. But I think predominantly because this LC just doesn't feel like he has an impact in this game. It's not him playing poorly per se, but look at the rest of his team. The Kado's never dared to Illuminate, so there's no burst damage. I don't think Spirit Breaker is the hero that does that kind of burst damage either. So it feels like he wants to gank, but there's just no partner to gank.
I mean, he's been doing his role as a defensive hero as XSS shows himself in this bottom lane.
Well, the charge gonna run through the whole team.
But charge,
yeah. Are they actually gonna take the side? Oh, they got the rupture on him. Not like this. Oh, he's dead. Yeah, we're gonna rush forward. What a left here immediately by Q. They toss him away. No rupture. Paparazzi right back in time. Good silence though. The kick's gonna be there. Oh my God, Boboka lands everything. All right, they lose 3.
Does. Yeah. Of course he does. And Rubik manages to steal Shikuchi.
Teleport from behind. They see Ori. Ori blinks away, but
she's fast.
But critically, they kill the Keeper. And Keeper was like 100 gold. Finishing the Ags.
Yeah, whenever Nature's Prophet showed up, I thought he was definitely gonna die, but Spear Breaker's of entry was right through all of Vici. That rupture came in, and Vici, even though they had the right follow-up on Nature's Prophet, there was just too many heroes in the way to get to him.
I think when they saw the rupture on the Spirit Breaker, they should have just gave up that game. It was such an awkward angle that the rest of the team had to go through. They were just getting flanked from the top.
Yeah, like you said, Reaper just has the fusel mid, and so it's a great offense setup that you don't rely on.
Now here's... Remember when Team Liquid got the Ags on Mikado? They always had some other like cheesy pushing hero that they would just group up and start taking tier 2s and Raxes. I don't think Vici has that kind of pushing lineup. Yeah, Weaver eventually becomes one, but nowhere really near that kind of inventory just yet. So even though Keeper finishes his Axe right now, it won't really feel like that Team Liquid game ending Axe.
But they can stall out for quite a while. Between Necro, Press Tech, and the Daytime Illuminate, you have so much sustain that even though you don't have a great hero at pushing, you can still stand and just take the tower for ages.
I mean, my point is that this is one of Keeper's very strong timing, and I don't think Vici they don't have the lineup to take advantage of it.
Yeah, that's definitely true. Also, you can see how many aggressive wards that they have, and Keeper still needs to up a fair amount of before that gem falls and interceptor.
Okay, Relic is online on this plus. By the way, do you think this Shadow Blade has done anything?
No. It hasn't. This is cool. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. I still think that Sanjin Dasha would have probably been a better choice. I think Radiance is a good idea because I was saying that I don't know if Bloodseeker can how late this go, especially if you do go items like Shadow Blade, but Radiance definitely increases your late as now. Who cares? No, man, he's lucky.
Silence. Because always on point. You know, you don't need to pick Tie Hunter when you hit Bobo. Yeah.
Oh, he wants more.
Oh, kick him. Give him the D.
Oh, he'll just kill himself.
Okay, well, he got Cypher in trouble. Dude, that's a 60-second respawn time. That's a long one.
But he tanked Scythe, now you don't need to worry about Scythe while you're in this tier 2 tower.
The one very underrated point of having a Bloodseeker in team is that he does actually provide a ton of system. Somebody can just like kill him with get a ton of HP back.
This is what you were talking about with Boboko was feeling himself?
Yeah.
Help.
It's a cool thing to do.
Maybe that was like the Sunstrike audio line and it got replaced by Help.
Careful.
Yeah, exactly.
Radiant's top tower has fallen.
It's quick kill. Just for the measure. And can do on Nature's Prophet. I like that quite a bit.
It just makes him feel a little bit safer when he's out ratting. Doesn't have to worry about LC too much.
LC, Spirit Breaker. It also helps cut down on Scythe as the game progresses, and Q with this Rubik, he's starting to get points in null field. So it's the dude successfully Scythe. Not gonna take very much damage if he loses.
Yep. And Ori loves scything right into a Linken's, so.
Remember that. Scan? Find someone. I don't know who it is. Or else he's gonna.
There's a gem online that you mentioned.
Oh, I see him. Silent. Now there's silence. She's stolen.
But here's the thing though, the silences that are coming out from IG are like AoE silences. So the Linken's really doesn't do that much. It helps against the Orchid, but that's pretty much it.
Yeah.
He needs like Linken's BKB or Linken's Manta, I feel.
Well, BKB itself would have been fun, I think. But again, it's another that you don't really feel too confident on as a believer when you get it this early.
So here's the thing, right? Going back to the point that I made earlier about Keeper Ags. So he's farmed the whole game for it. He's got it now, but do you feel like it has an impact at all?
Well,
it doesn't, right?
The first daytime had only been in for 2 minutes.
No.
And so
Team Liquid, Team Liquid will be over here by now, right? If it's their draft.
Well, that's because GH would have gotten it.
No. They always get it around 20, 18 to 20, and 22 is generally their first daytime of the push. Or I just don't think this is a good Keeper draft. It's like one of those things where they pick Keeper because it's a good hero, and then they have Keeper now, which there's absolutely no synergy. Apart from like, oh, he's got a gem, he's dewarding, that's great, but...
And in you're like, well, now we don't know about Nate's split push, but XS has not been split pushing. Like, very rare. After he's completed his Linken and Orchid, he's just been hanging out with the team. Well, they smoke out.
Okay.
After taking down some wards.
They got full vision advantage here. Lanham in the front, going on the Radiant Vision. They don't see anybody just yet, but the scan strikes true, and they are leading to the Keeper like they see Mr. Gaze of Death, and they're gonna siphon. It's gonna be good. They win the duel as well. Stolen Scythe, gonna get used, not gonna do enough damage, but here comes the Emperor Spirit. Everyone dropping low. Good magic wand, but the magnetized damage is gonna be enough. Oh, great heal coming out from Lanham, but I don't think they have enough to actually heal against OP. Nice 2-man root here. Paparazzi right kicking away. Uh-oh, Monolith here against OP. Out of mana, and I think they're gonna strike true against OP. They have to use the play if they want to use it. A couple more right clicks, and that should be a kill. Well done here. Good pick to start off the team fight, and I think that's where Keeper did a lot. The Aghanim Scepter heal was great. The vision advantage it got was great. And Paparazzi, the fact that he wasn't controlled throughout the team fight was excellent for Vici.
Yeah, it's a shame that Bloodseeker went down so quickly. Rubik, for some reason, didn't get a chance to use Glimmer Cape on him, and it was like a 50% HP Bloodseeker, so he was pretty close to being able to survive the Scythe, but did not have that bonus magic resistance. And then once he goes down, then that means that all that Radiance damage that he could have been spewing out that entire fight.
Overga looking to deward, but
Yes, use. Kick him off.
Okay.
Kick him.
Roll. Oh. He got bonked as he tried to bonk out of there. Yeah, but like you said, that was a key mistake by Q, right? Because if the Scythe doesn't kill Bloodseeker, I think that team fight changes. I think he went. Yeah, he was really tunnel vision to steal the Scythe, which he did. But,
steal the Scythe, exactly.
But it didn't do anything with that Scythe because I don't think it killed. I mean, eventually it helped getting a kill, but
it was on the Legion Commander, and yeah, it didn't finish her off. Well, it's nighttime now. You had said first night things need to happen, and that's a damn good start at getting things happening. Ooh, Q spotted, but oh, mid lane, OP roots up the
Siphon. Siphon. Oh, Rick, not close enough. It's like the biggest PogChamp when you steal Siphon, make them feel good.
It's gonna happen for quite a while. It's his level 12 spell still, so if things go according to plan, he should have it for the next fight. But he'll need to, like, start the fight with it. Simply did. Hold down. Still this Observer, though. They get the rush.
To the dire.
Give it to the Bloodseeker. Which is probably the right call. Again, he's the one with the Radiance.
Going for the D-Ward. Looks like he should make it out. No! He will drop the gem, too! That is a pretty big mistake, dropping the gem like that.
To the light.
OP quickly snatches it up. Got spoiled by his daytime vision.
Yeah. I also don't really like the mech from
Oh yeah. Mech Aghanim.
Did he not watch the man that won TI?
Evident. Yeah. Charge in, really rooted. Bobuka not having any of his scythe to finish him off.
Paparazzi in trouble. Great silence coming through. They do burn the Aegis. Nice time lapse here. Paparazzi back in place. Stolen time lapse. Like Link duel coming up. OP dropping very low. He's got the gem. They can't take it back if somebody wants to pick it up. No, nobody wants to pick it up. Super side coming through. Oh, time lapse. Oh, playing with them here. And now he's back alive. Paparazzi gets the way tier 3 down, and they're gonna try to damage a little bit more. Lanham triggered it. Ooh, nice blinding light back. A lot of being drained away here. Paparazzi going in. High back, remember, goes right back. Good pressy attack, keeping Lanham alive. Getting very low, but another shrine gets popped. Gains of death as well. Link, 3-man overwhelming on, but the team. Oh, the stuns. Everybody with the stuns. Ori just looking to go forward, and SSS will TP out of fog. And then they multiple buybacks. I do believe Ember used his, and did anybody? It looks like Necro used his.
Necro used his, yeah.
Pretty even trade.
But this, well, in terms of kills, you lost to tier 3, and this is what happens when Bloodseeker's allowed to stay alive in a fight. He dealt 7,000 damage throughout the course of that team fight.
He had the Aegis, right?
And that's the power of the Radiance. Yeah, he had the Aegis as well.
The Flayed Ones keep you safe.
At first I was like, man, time-lapse that great of a steal right now. But then Rubik totally, yeah, like you said, he just played with them.
Dude, imagine if he could get Ags and have time lapse.
I know, that's what I was thinking. It's like whenever he stole it, I was just like, oh, maybe he has Aghanim Scepter and that's his play. But no, he didn't.
Yeah, he won't get it in time. No time out, but maybe a future one.
Next time. There is a next time. I think Blue Tiger is definitely the right call though.
Here from Vici, but
IG are recognizing the power of this. They're respecting the Aghanim Scepter because they did all that jazz during nighttime, and then it turns to daytime. And they're like, we need to retreat. Well, they're slowly merging out, and they find Fenrir.
Charge out. He's looking for a creep. Oh, he does.
Ooh, Bobuka. Yeah, but I'm disappointed in Bobuka. I can't believe he let that charge get off, unless it was tactical. Let Q steal the charge.
Yeah, he's like, man, I steal the show all the time. Here's a bone for you. And for Lanham, she should be watching TI because he was on the panel for TI for the Chinese test. Because he wasn't playing, dude.
Maybe he was too busy watching SCCC the whole time.
Okay.
He was like, he's gonna make a big pull eventually, but it just never can.
I mean, real talk for a second, Forstaff isn't the greatest, considering that, you're up against Rupture. But still, I think the mech will do far less. Because there's a sub-game that you play.
You have other options. You can go Lotus Orb. I think Lotus would be really good.
Or even Aether Lens.
You can purge off all these freaking silences.
Aether Lens help you go leak into blinding light from a mile away. That's also great. The thing about...
there's only one BKB on Bloodseeker, but yeah, there wasn't before.
The thing about Keeper games is that once you get to this point, for the enemy team, it's about them killing you. So I guess mech helps you as well, but Forstaff, I think, just gets you out of more trouble.
It's true. Technically, Lanham did end up surviving in the mid lane after that press attack because he also had Mechanism, or used Mechanism on himself. And so it did save him, but again, like all your justifications, I absolutely agree with.
Or if he wants to get a defensive item, he should get Pipe.
I'm not a fan of Pipe on Coddle. Especially when they're not pushing. Like, I haven't seen Vici Gaming cross the river in the past 10 minutes, pretty much.
Alright, let's see if there's any cool ag things you can steal. Illuminate would just end the game if he ever steals the ag version of that.
True.
Time lapse, obviously another game ender.
Yeah.
And then that's pretty much it. I guess Scythe gets a little bit stronger, better cooldown, but you know.
25-second cooldown. That's pretty sweet if you can get that on Scythe.
I mean, Rubik barely has the mana to use that ult twice.
Yeah,
It's costs like what, 500 mana?
500. Yeah. I actually did not know it was that much. Dude, why isn't Bugna getting picked more against Necro?
I guess. In pub games, I'm always really worried when I'm playing Necro and they pick like that. I was like, oh, yeah. But then these guys always go hood, right? So you just like pop
Yeah,
hood and...
that's true. Yeah.
And the thing is, like, if you do get a confirmed kill with Scythe, then you get all of the HP back.
But whenever he shrouds himself, it's like he's decrepifying himself on your behalf. Just give him the old sucky suck.
By the way, Exa says, have you seen this man's item and network? He is farming.
Yeah, he's... I thought he needed a Midas, but he did not need a Midas. He's moving along just fine.
Alright, Paparazzi finishes that Lincoln's BKB build, sporting 200 damage.
It just turned to night time. You don't have a Night Stalker, but it's still just as good whenever it's against a Keeper of the Light.
Oh, whenever Gaze of Death picks up his level 25, that's gonna make defending and quite difficult.
Rune of invisibility.
That should help.
Because Weaver still has not... Oh, Weaver does have BKB. Okay, that's good. This next fight might be closer than the previous fights then, because Weaver not being able to do diddly squat in all the other previous team fights means that Vici Gaming has like 14,000 net worth.
Oh, the charging from Rubik. Okay, I mean, he's just gonna straight up die here, right? I was looking for the side, but
Still
now he's
Shikuchi.
Ori getting a ton of that right click damage, getting straight up right click down. The side though is gonna get a confirmed kill on the other side. 2-for-1 trade so far. Paparazzi used the time lapse, but now Mana Drain OP out of mana, and now they're gonna get him dead. On the backline, Q looking to do something tricky. Wait, hold on. Still alive right now. Paparazzi now is pretty low. Press the attack, not gonna be enough to save the Paparazzi. That goes on Boboka. They don't get the block off, and now he goes north. He sees OP. OP very, very low. Mana burn, and he is out of mana.
He has 7 stick charges, but I'm pretty sure he's dead. Yep. Stick? Yeah. Oh, those creeps! I think he was still dead. So, I don't think that charging your Rubik into 5 enemy heroes is the best way to initiate a team fight. Because not only did, like, he doesn't get the greater bash on the way, so he doesn't get to, like, plow through that many heroes, he just connects onto one hero. And then after that, he immediately casts his Glimmer Cape on himself, which means yet again, Bloodseeker was scythed and had no one to help him.
Also, by the way, they ruptured Ori, so Ori basically had to stand and fight. And then Ember decides to lay down triple Remnant onto Ori, so then he didn't have Remnant for the second half of the fight. Which essentially, he just wasn't a hero at that point, so... I think a lot of things went wrong for IG in that fight. I didn't really catch what Nature's Prophet was doing, which I probably should, because he's by far doing, you know, the majority of the damage.
There was a duel going on, and he was just trying to help out with the duel.
So he's also good about it.
Everyone's just worried about this Necro for the most part, which is
they shouldn't need
so.
to, right? You have a
Radiance.
Rubik with no field and Glimmer.
Yes, but when your Rubik throws himself headfirst into 5 enemy heroes, is now Coddle gets spotted out.
Wow, if he had a Force Staff.
If he had Force Staff, true. You are absolutely true. But the mech, though. And now he has to... He's building full arcane boots for the Greaves.
Okay.
And he's not going to be able to break apart these Tranquils for it.
Greaves is nice. I have to admit, Greaves is quite good for the team. And for himself.
It's still a really heavy net worth investment, though.
Yeah.
Like, the recipe itself costs 1,700 gold for Greaves. And this Coddle is not farming. This Coddle, after he finished off his Agnum Scepter, he's just been sitting in the base because he doesn't have his gem anymore. Which, did they buy another gem? No, they haven't bought another gem yet. Oh.
Vici still down.
Another Lincoln spot. OP blocks the charge. Roche is up.
Oh, Bulbaca again on that spot, dude. He's always rolling on hills.
It's because so that's his spot on Dire. On Radiant, it's this spot right here that he loves, and on Dire, it seems to be this cliff spot.
No, he's just rolling on hills because he has his check for.
Yeah, I know, but you can't deny the fact that this man loves staying on hills.
Those are
look. He even doesn't. No one even wards except for him.
Those are his mini summer homes. Yeah, he's gotta visit a little.
A time chair.
Alright, scan hits true again. Last time.
Ooh, a loop.
It went
they have day and night, daytime vision with the
right next to the shrine. Okay, BKB Jewel immediately. Gaze of Death did pop up his BKB as well. XS focusing on 011 on the back line here. Scythe goes up. I'm not sure if it kills anything. Looks like did get killed the Bloodseeker. He ports right back after a buyback though. I think it's a time to retreat here. Paparazzi's on the run.
He still has Rupture.
Looks like Ori's gonna be fine as well.
He never got to Rupture anymore.
I don't know how
Meanwhile,
11 got into the base.
Young 11.
But he's in the base. So that was a 3-for-1 trade at buyback. Yeah,
yeah,
sure.
because you're gonna be able to push. Coddle is gonna have to buy back. But I think that they're still okay with this. No, they're going off. Yeah, they don't have to type, so a lot of pings. This Sentry Ward and Observer Ward, they saw that he placed something, but it's gonna be out of range. And then Lana is gonna kill it. They're gonna move towards. You gotta be careful about Bulbaca though. You don't know what this man will get up to.
Gotta be careful about blinding light too. Or not. That's no blinding light into the cast. And they're gonna just give it up.
Oh, XSS comes in.
He does not have to BKB. Now he has it. Kick's gonna be on point. Rupture on Ori. Ori needs to run and he needs to stay still. Oh, pops a BKB.
Oh, he's so close to the
shrine. Gets slighted. He's dead. Gaze of Death is dropping low. Immediate buyback here. Another buyback triggered, but I mean, they're happy. They got all the ages. They got the cheese. Gaze of Death could just...
none of them got consumed.
Yeah.
That was really aggressive play by the Nature's Prophet and paid off handsomely. That Rupture, finally Necro has to leave and eat the Rupture, and he was still so close to surviving it, but ultimately physical damage did finish him off. I think Gaze of Death has two heroes.
I mean, he's probably very good at this game, and whatever he plays will be amazing. It's just that Q, with that trust issues, somebody needs to go to the Vici house and do those trust fall tests.
This is why Q's never glimmer caping his Bloodseeker.
True. It's not worth it.
There's some deep-seated issues going on here.
Yeah. It's like he'd rather charge in and glimmer himself because that's clearly the right play.
Or he was like, no, you don't need it. I'll take the scythe after you get scythed. It's all part of my plan. 30 more seconds of daytime. And still like a good 4 minutes left on the Aegis, so timings are working out very well for IG.
Right, why do people even ward up the hill against Bulbaca anymore? There's no point. He'll check it.
This man's a Monkey King player. He knows all the spots that need to be policed.
He probably like just goes into the single player mode. Like picks Earth Spirit, types dash WTF, and just like rolls everywhere to check out all the spots.
He should. It's good practice. I mean, he's nailing them every time. He's not spending stones, and it's like, you know, obviously, if you play the hero a bit, you know the range of the rolling boulder, but still, like, he's doing it so quickly, and you need to be fast whenever you're counter-warding in really dangerous locations.
I mean, he would do them when people are just like, remember, like, over here, when they were all standing around?
Yeah.
Just to, like,
he thought he could get away with it.
Yeah, he would roll
A
up,
weaker
check.
Earth Spirit player would get a Quelling Blade or something like that, but you don't need that. Root,
Although to be
silence,
fair, remember he did do that earlier and got dueled and then bonked. So he does mess up from time to time.
Yeah, but that was like a 3-hero rotation.
Ones keep you safe.
XSS is looking for an opportunity. Bot lane is pushing pretty heavily, and you only have one Coddle and only one Legion Commander, and those are important skills in team fighting as well.
Oh, Paparazzi, nice root here, kick, and good pressy attack. I'm surprised that Rupture was not hit, but I guess there was time lapse as well.
Yeah. Well, they're defending pretty well. Part of it, I think, is because XSS is not getting pressure elsewhere. He's just kind of chilling on the
depth, Link 2 on the back line to start things up. Huge Illumina comes through and looks like they will get the kill on Ember. Kevin9, he did buyback in the last fight. Gaze of Death dropping very low. Good bash coming through. Can they actually get the kill? Gaze of Death low. Gaze of Death still alive. Finally dead. He has the Aegis, but looks like Weaver is leading up, going down on Boboka. Boboka is gonna get charged down as well. I do believe Vici Gaming is gonna defend this, but Gaze, oh, what a blinding light! And now, running away, XSS looking for a couple of Sprout kills. Damage, slow but steady onto the Spirit Breaker. Spirit Breaker will go down as well. The Raxus, it's been open for a while. Gaze of Death coming back in. Manalik, you need to worry about that kind of stuff. Blinding light as well. Great blinding light back into the pit. XSS looking to pour it out.
Blood raged.
Completes a TP, but a very good base defense from Vici Gaming. I don't think anybody bought back. 2 to 4, and they hold the Raxus. Very nice.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Wait.
Time too.
Carry 3 up top, taking a little bit of damage.
Radiant's courier has been
And gets a courier.
And courier.
Alright.
This is how you do
He's
it.
everywhere. And now he's bottom. Alright, wait.
Shout out to 0-second cooldown on teleportation.
Okay. And now he's out. Or not.
Man, Young's living. Ah, he shows himself. Honestly, Prophet surviving this engagement means a lot, because still, yet again, each game cannot cross the river. And they won a pretty mess team fight.
I feel like they need to win 2 to 3 more of those. But it does beg the question, how can IG reach the high ground? They push with like a 20k advantage almost. And they couldn't take two sets of Raxus. Open Raxus like that.
I think it's just needs to slow. He's doing a great job at helping out his team. If Vici Gaming are allowed to do a 5-on-5 engagement, they keep winning because all these BKBs are superior to what IG have to go up against BKBs. They only have one physical damage dealer in the well, 2. They have the Nature's AB standing around as AC, and they have Bloodseeker. But Ember Spirit, like, is only Veil, so that doesn't do anything against the BKBs. Rubik doesn't do anything against the BKBs. Ember Spirit also does not do anything against the BKBs. So that initial bout of community is really screwing over IG, but Nature's Stop is pushing elsewhere that you don't really have the luxury of committing 5 heroes to one spot. Someone needs to go defend.
The smoke was scouted here. Ori had his Radiance turned on, and it flinged a little bit of damage on the creep, as well as the treants of Prophet, so they quickly realize what's up, they back off. By the way, Earth Spirit has Enchant Remnant online, so that might be an answer to BTV.
True.
I think the bigger problem that IG has is that they just don't have a good power hitter, right? Apart from Prophet, which hasn't been in these kind of pushes, like you mentioned. Like, they have to send Bloodseeker up front into melee to hit. And
they
then,
don't branch.
right, it's so easy for Vici to set up a duel or swarm or everything, or anything. So, it's... I think they have to rely on getting a pick before they can actually go to high ground.
Well, you're not going to get a pin the next 3 minutes. I found that unlikely. Lanham now has the gem online, has the Aghanim Scepter as mentioned before, and Reeves on top of that now. So they're just getting 5 right now.
That's pour it out.
Didn't even use the BKB. Nerves of steel.
Uproot and after them.
Double time!
Another valuable thing is that they still have a gem on Dire as well. I think it's because at one point, I guess Kato was given up 2 gems. How many gems are out right now?
I think Kato has 1.
There's just 2.
And then Boboka has Kato's original one.
Yeah, so then they keep saving the gem, and that's very valuable. Because even though you have a Aghanim Scepter Kato on the enemy team, if you can confirm that you're safe in one area with no wards, then you feel comfortable if it's just like everyone 5-man camping your jungle or something like that. Because then you know that if the smoke rotation comes in, at least you'll be somewhat prepared.
I mean, apart from the aggressive smoke that we saw out of Vici, they are not also taking advantage of the fact that it's daytime. So, if your IG, you just wait out the daytime. Roshan is back up right about now. In fact, right now. So,
immediate spawn.
There is 1 minute and 30 seconds left for Vici to scout this roach and then maybe set up a play around it.
Alright, so Radiant scouts it out, and this Earth Spirit Illusion does not go in the pit. Treants do not go in the pit.
Alright,
and now Earth Spirit Illusion goes in.
Okay.
Yeah. Both teams know.
Are they gonna duel him as well? They duel him! Oh no, and they snipe him too!
Oh!
What a disaster, dude! And now they're gonna fight this blink kick. Okay, Chain's gonna miss because of Great Blinding Light. So now I think you just chill for a bit. Maybe even wait the full minute for nighttime.
I don't think so. With all these cooldowns spent, I think you may want to start making moves. At least bully them out of this area that they've kind of claimed they're ancients.
Bullied, and now they go into the pit. Put the
Boboka, he needs to go on his favorite cliff. Look at him. Oh, he's there. Recalling it. Weaver.
Okay.
Well, it's a fast little bug with his 25 talent.
I mean, you just do a little dance, right? If you're IG.
And more seconds. More
XSS is constantly pushing out the wave. He's showing up one place, porting out immediately, and they are just being stretched apart. Now, he does have global recall, so they could kind of keep up. Now, Roche.
Wonder why Bird took that DD.
Attempted again.
Nighttime.
Flying through, press the attack for himself. Illuminate. Softening him up. Weaver comes in, blinding light, pushing everybody back out. He needs to activate the beginning. Take the Aegis. No, Aegis goes to the Bloodseeker, and he is on the run. Glimmer Cape actually being used on him for one. All right.
Scythe is still down for another 5 seconds.
Okay, we'll have Scythe blink side play, maybe on Gaze of Death. He's silenced constantly, Necro. Nobody's dead just
Dude,
yet.
this Weaver has 3 silences.
Oh my god. Alright. Stun, silence. He's gonna get picked as well. Now Weaver.
He's gonna get a bottle. Oh man.
It is all falling apart.
I don't think I ever will get tired of watching Boboka.
No, it's just like one of those good movies.
Like comfort and felt.
Yeah.
Like, so we're going for a good movie analogy.
Sure.
This time.
Either way, buyback from Mori does have the BKB. It won't activate his here. Ranger action now being
also.
Okay. Siphon. Give him the D. No, he's got the Aegis.
Yep.
Oh, but this guy,
Dude,
though,
this
guy,
Weaver.
he's out for 120. And I do believe that should be the beginning of the end. XSS now goes for the tier 3 bottom. Oh, the rupture, too.
What a
Rupture.
play.
He just
What a
and
play.
turn duel. Oh my god. Actually, if the game went on, Rubik would have died to that return duel because he had Axe. And then LC would have just
than this. Reaching for the stars, traveling so far, like a dragonfly. Just grab my hand from heaven send. With me tonight. I run away.
Janji itu
seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Radiant team pick. The dire team pick.
Earth Spirit.
Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Radiant team back.
Admiral Concar.
Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
Okay. It's not banned out. Oh, whoa. Yeah, no, it's not banned out yet. They can still pick it up. Oh, you meant for... I see. Yeah. It would be. Maybe that's the play now. You don't go for the ban. That's what you found to unleash the Bloodseeker.
Radiant team ban.
I mean, honestly, he played this Bloodseeker a lot how he played Marana. Like, he wasn't rupturing constantly on cooldowns. Whenever it was convenient to show up to a fight, much like a Marana, and contribute an arrow, this was how he was showing up to fight as a Bloodseeker. The only difference is that, I guess, during the laning phase, he was initiating with Rupture, but even that, like, stopped happening. He never started a fight with Rupture. He would always leave it up to Bobica for it most of the time.
True. I just feel like he's more in your face. But that's not to say that the playstyle has changed, but more so just the nature of the Bloodseeker. But you're right, they are relying a lot on Earth Spirit. And I wonder if one of these days we're gonna ban Bobica's Earth Spirit. Not that I don't want to see it, just that I think you have a better chance of beating them when he's not playing his best hero.
Yeah. The team has not been respecting it throughout this qualifier. He's gonna get it yet again, and OP is gonna get Death Prophet, and he actually did not contribute very much, in my opinion, in getting on that Ember Spirit. It was maybe because he was being focused down a lot, but for once I felt like Gates of Death like significantly had a larger impact than OP in IG draft.
Ooh, here we go. I'm excited for this one. The Paparazzi Venomancer. I'm gonna blinking and ult you with an Acceptor, and I don't care what happens, Venomancer. Now he can't really do it all on his own. What he's really good at with this hero is that he's good at kind of controlling an area of the map, pushing deeply next to your tier 2 or something like that, and make you overcommit to get these kills. I also think that having these Venomancer wards is gonna be somewhat annoying to Bobica. Just give vision here and there, but also seeing where he's coming from, annoying him as he moves through the jungle, stuff like that. I think it's a very good pick for Vici.
10 seconds remaining.
Yeah, I definitely agree with the justification of how it's going to be a hindrance to its run capabilities. Also, not really a particularly easy hero to gank either. More often than not, we'll see if Bobica like manages to have a good laning phase, or if he does not have a good laning phase. He's not the best at recovering, from what I can see of Bobica. He won't fall off, But if Boba gets a good start, then he's in control the entire game. And if he has like a mediocre start, then he has like a mediocre impact all game long. Venno is a very difficult hero to gank, and DK is also a very difficult hero to gank.
I think that's the same for Q as well. I remember
5 seconds.
yesterday the two IG supports were combined for like 1 and 25 as a score at the end of the game.
Right.
So slowing them down is a good start. And you mentioned about, you know, Venomancer and now DK is gonna be a hard hero to actually roam on and get kills. And you have Bane. I think Bane is often forgotten as one of the strongest early game roamers. He has great stats, and it's just hard to trade against him because Brainsap has such low mana, so he gets to spam it quite frequently. So I think no matter where Banes go, he's gonna be able to win the lane, whether it's the Venno lane or the mid lane.
Or it could just be dual roaming with Kunkka. Maybe you're picking these very sufficient cores of bat and DK Venno. None of these heroes really need a lane support. So Bane and Kunkka can just go world tour the map. If they find an opportunity to go for a kill, go for it. Otherwise, you can stick around and bully a lane for a little bit and then go somewhere else.
Now, I do have a concern with this draft is that they do a lot of damage, but not very quickly. So I feel like, I mean, as a Venomancer, you always want to take long and drawn out team fights, but at the same time, there's a Death Prophet on the other side. There's the Earth Spirit Magnetite. So because Vici lack burst damage, I think they could get themselves into trouble if they don't get the right initiation, or if Venno doesn't get off a really good ult.
Do you think maybe they'll get an Aghanim, Sceptron, and Baton to deal with that? Why a Baton? That's my question. Because this is a hero that we've not seen at all throughout the qualifier, and a hero that's not very popular either.
Yeah.
And so, whenever we see a Baton, the questions are, okay, a Fire Shield's Burst. It's going to be great against Bat Rider, but that's assuming that you don't get silenced. It's kind of like a poor Mancy in that respect, because cast animation's worse and the range is also worse, so you can purge that off. Nothing else really worth purging aside from maybe Earth Spirit silences. Actually, I have a ton of silences all over again. They have DP, Earth Spirit, and Silencer, but still, a Baton has to deal with that as well if he wants to cast a lot of time to perk off and stuff. Wait, no, never mind. You can't do that because he's silenced. So you can't do very much with a Fire Shield in my opinion, but you could do a lot to draw a team fight if you go for something like an Aghanim, Sceptron, and Baton. Or a Radiance, I guess.
So to answer your question, I think, yes, he is a poor man LC in terms of the offensive department, because LC could give you the ability to get picks and stuff like that. But what LC doesn't give you is the innate ability to run forward and not care about the initiation. So imagine if instead of having an LC, instead of having a Baton, you have an LC, he can't stand in the front line to tank for the team. He'll just get lassoed, drag in, and kill. At the same time, you can't do that to the Abaddon, right? Like, you just waste your ult. So Abaddon gets to stand in a forward position to make Bat Rider's life a little bit more difficult, and he gets to obviously do the thing that LC does with Aphotic Shield / press the attack. So I think particularly if you want to just defend against Bat Rider, Abaddon's way better than LC, but obviously you give up your whole initiation aspect of the thing as well.
Yeah, but I don't even think they need to be worried about being super tanky, because that's why you pick these frontliners like DK, or no, frontliners, you pick the carries like DK and Venomancer, because these are heroes aren't very delicate. It's not like you've got a sniper on your team where you need to create this big buffer zone between you, the Bat Rider, and the rest of your team. Yeah. All of these heroes can stand in the front, and none of them are really concerned.
My bigger concern is not about whether it's a good tanking hero or whatnot, it's whether it provides enough damage.
30 seconds to battle.
Venomancer gives you damage.
So
I mean,
you should go.
He has to go Radiance. Is what I'm saying.
Yeah, he has to go Radiance. Okay.
And also taking a long and drawn out team fight against Chaos Knight is always like pretty iffy, right? You could come close to killing him, and then he reality rifts you, and you're dead, and then he gets a ton of lifesteal.
Yeah, that's true. We've talked a lot about this Baton pick, but I think CK is a perfect for IG.
Oh, this is...
There's not very much AoE on Vici.
Throw in by Boboka skills a rune?
What play?
Okay.
I mean, technically, oh wait, oh yeah. They ended up with 2 runes in the end anyway, but
you know,
Boboka player.
That was supposed to be 3-1. By the way...
Oh, and there's a lane swap, a big old lane swap going on here.
Yeah, they want a lane paparazzi versus CK. Gaze of Death playing a 3rd hero, and Gaze of Death sees the lane switch, so he will do a lane switch as well.
anything. Right now it's just gonna be silence alone his top lane. At least until Earthspirit comes up to help. But right now he's gonna bump Ori in the mid lane.
Ori definitely regrets taking Fire Breathe at level 1. He didn't even use it yet, and now wishes he has the armor and regen.
Jeez, each one of these red cliffs. This old talisman 3 branches death prophet.
Also, you
65 damage right now.
normally started with poor man shield in this lane situation, so I'm not sure why he didn't get the poor man shield.
He wants the quick model, I guess, but I agree. I think poor man's is better because it's gonna help you all win.
Then reports him with Enfeeble. Okay, this is like a very passive approach in terms of harassing the OP. I guess brain sapping him won't be too effective because OP could also heal, but early on you only get one side to throw, so I still like the brain sap a little bit more.
Yeah, especially because OP can last hit with Quick Swarm if he really needed to.
Right.
And he hasn't needed to.
Well, so far the lane swap has not really been done properly. XSS has not gone top, so Paparazzi is laning against Q. Q needs to be very careful. He does have a teleport scroll, a very early purchase one, and he needs it because if he gets scaled, he can get into a little bit of trouble.
He's still lasting. He's losing to DK now, but he's still like not behind there. Now Boba could duel him with Fenrir.
Okay, oh wait.
Who is level 2?
He's gonna roll out.
Oh, Jukes! Come to Roach?
Yeah!
Oh, he doesn't draw aggro.
Yeah, Roach is like, hey guys, welcome to my home.
Your aggro is on board.
OP has now gone to the bot lane. Instead, Batrider has now finally gotten up to go up against the Venomance. Gaze of Death. Martin, do something.
Silencer is very good at running Abaddon. Nothing much that the Abaddon could do against Blade or the rest.
Yeah, well, I mean, you can take off the Curse with your Aphotic Shield, but against the Orb Harass, you can't do anything. I'm surprised Obiga hasn't made any plays on the Venomancer yet. Because I feel like Veno plus that plus it could easily kill a Paparazzi.
Yeah, it depends if the Venomous Gale is on cooldown as well.
Right.
Because if you could Gale 2 heroes, then I think the kill attempt is off. But shall see. He is maybe thinking about going up top. Nope, just checking a room.
In between Napalm, Orb of Venom Slow, and the short duration granted of Rolling Boulders Slow, you can still slow down the Venomancer, but yeah, probably needs Venom Skill to go. And he's going for one early ward, so he's probably going to keep the skill for I think.
Yep.
Yeah, the Bad Rider is showing up in this lane.
Feeding a little bit of experience. I think he wanted to cancel the sentry, but didn't micro the ward to attack. Shield gets used, so immediately curse from Q. Good harass though. Nothing too fatal.
Oh, but it gets the pick.
Gets a regen, but don't get too much regen. And now they're gonna block the bro from coming out.
Nope. Come on. This is Bobica we're talking about. You think you can block his roll?
Fenrir gets double bounty.
Can't even slow his roll.
Up top. Paparazzi is having a lot of trouble here. I think what you really want in this lane against a Batrider is perhaps 2 to 3 levels of wards and just like build a zone where he can't come in. But because his ward is so low level, that Batrider can just right click it down.
Now Bane's headed up top, so Fenrir has figured that Ori is at enough levels. He has, he's about level 5, he's got 2 points in Dragon's Blood, 2 points in Breathe Fire. So he's not really in danger of being zoned by Death Prophet. Now Bane's gonna try to get his own with this big old stack.
This ward is, by the way, so important. I mean, Bobica, all he does every game is help out mid anyway, so.
That's an anti-Bobica ward.
I mean, it's a good mid ward in general, it's just that it gets a little bit more value against IG overall.
Nay.
Right. Now, Venom's gonna run to XXS.
Okay. Lanham is dead.
He has Torrent and he has the X.
You don't.
I'm surprised he didn't X himself, but.
What is he? Oh, dude, Lanham, just get the hell out of there. I was thinking of turning around for a kill. It's like, We don't see the early level of Flame Break. Because most Bat Rider don't have really the mana pool to support it. Hold on, mid lane. Ori dropping low. The kick, nice 2-man stun. And that's going to be a kill. That 2-man stun was absolutely critical, or else the Nightmare would have gotten OP and no kill.
Nah, the Nightmare was actually still from Bat Rider, so it was still on cooldown.
Ah, yeah. Well, still flashy as 2-man stun.
Okay, yeah. That's just vintage Babuka. Stacking a camp and getting the shine. I'm telling you, I never get tired of this.
Bounty!
Double damage top. Nice one. He gets the rune.
More action mid as now Lanham joins the party. The Gaze of Death is having a grand old time. This is like that one Monkey King game that he had, where he was just pulling his own lane constantly and enjoying life as a free carry.
That was CT1.
Oh, yeah, it was CT1, you're right.
Because Gaze of Death only played Mirana and
right.
Plus CT.
Well, let's see if you can add CK to that list.
I gotta say, I don't remember Dragon Knight losing in the series of games we've passed. So, I feel like it's just a good hero. Yeah. I remember Super playing one yesterday, winning a very long game with it. These DKs just getting to that late game levels, impacting the game quite a bit.
Who cares? Kill.
3-man stun. Okay, there's a Nightmare. Nightmare gets taken here and looking to dive. It passes 6 magic stick, but would not have mattered.
He was out of range for the +2. No. Why did
Q
take
Nightmare?
Bobuka should have taken it.
Yeah, man, that was a misplay by Bobuka.
Oh man, now Lanham runs into Bobuka, or is it the other way around? Is now Q is also TP his Exorcism Ghosts.
The Ghost Lady getting followed.
Wow, he could have kept pushing top, but instead he wanted to get that kill on Kunkka.
Okay.
I respect that.
Did Cube get that +2? No?
No.
What have we
Just tad bit late to the party. I think also throughout that fight, Gaze of Death was able to get a solo kill against Abaddon, because Abaddon did skill ult at level 6.
Oh.
He is holding
What
a
the
point.
heck? Well, I mean, sometimes. Well, actually,
for?
yeah, that's surprising. Because it's not like a Wraith King type situation. I mean, your ult is 60 seconds at level 6. You can definitely. It's worth taking it. Well, now there's a smoke up. Lanham is only level 3, but they're gonna find Q. He briefly walks to the low ground, wants to push. I mean, wants to pull, but he's gonna die instead.
Okay, so I understand why he thought about it for a bit. So you know how sometimes in the lane you get harassed down to 200 HP, and then you're level 6?
Oh, right.
The next creep hits you and just turns on. So I think you just hold that skill point till you need it.
The thing is, though, that if you get an unlucky roll on Chaos Bolt and you get stuck for 2 seconds, you can't hard purge your way out of it. And I imagine that
Can you cast it? You can cast it when you're stuck.
Right, but you have to have it level. Oh, yeah. Okay. So you can just level it at that moment. Yeah, right.
Rossi takes 1 tower, but he ain't going nowhere. He's gonna make a home here.
Yeah, no one can really challenge that home quite yet.
They need the blink bats to pull him out.
Yeah, which he's making quite a good bit of progress on it, 300 gold away.
But right now the net worth game, very much so in the favor of IGP. OP lucky bastard getting every single rune.
Dude.
Controlling the mid lane, leading by 1500. Chaos Knight doing great on the bottom. He's not shy about using his ultimate. I think he's used it twice now.
That's what you do these days. You just casually use Phantasm to farm. Although he does have one difference in his build, which from the popular build, which is maxing out Rift. Maxing out Rift seems to be the go-to thing these days, but maybe specifically against an Abaddon who can purge off the minus armor, it's not worth it.
I think against other heroes where you could kind of harass them down with 4 skills eventually, it will be good, but here,
right,
not too good.
Yeah, and plus this provides him, like, I guess, like a fair amount of sustain with that crit being higher and the lifesteal also higher, so he's been not needing help at all in this bot lane, but Q has shown up anyway.
Actually, the scaling of that spell, you don't get more lifesteal or crit chance, it's only just more damage.
Oh yeah, oh
so,
that's... no, wait, it's 75% of the damage.
Oh, right, so if you do more damage, then you do more lifesteal.
Right.
Makes sense.
Yeah. That's a very confusingly worded tooltip, though.
I mean, it does do what it says, so...
Yeah, I guess. Why not have it calculate the critical life percent? Still comes out. Dragon Storm
They're
activated.
going on different targets. I don't think they will come close getting this kill. Yeah, I think they should have swim for the
Strong. He sprints. Yeah, I think they should have gone for the silencer. That's Fiend's whip down and Dragon Form down. And I don't think they're gonna be able to push.
On the mid lane, good silence. Push back right into OP. No push back, just a stun. And they'll run him down. XSS shows off the Blink Dagger, but doesn't need to use for
Push mid with the exorcism has a ton of duration. Deactivates the regen. Shooting his face tank this because DK's Dragon Form, it has probably about like another 15 seconds left on it. As now Conka goes down to the top lane. Shout out to Phantasm and probably getting critted in the face.
Gaze of Death has really impressed me.
Yeah, he's been doing really well. For not playing Mirana a single time,
I mean,
he looks like he's never played Mirana.
I think his non-Mirana heroes are better than his Mirana heroes. Because his Mirana hero, he's like kind of sit quietly and farm. But I guess even when he plays Mirana, he'll just pick up stray kills here and there. You don't think too much about it, but yeah, he's just aggressive.
He's not. He's kind of. I don't really know what Eastern carry to compare him to. But like, he's not like Burning, and
no,
it's interesting that IG are still playing very well with him, despite the fact that he doesn't play like Burning.
I mean, I think compared to Burning, he loses the rock solidness. Although so far he hasn't really fucked up. But what you gain from him is that he's gonna be on the map and pick up kills. I think Burning is less aggressive about finding.
Yeah, he is. And Burn's not as willing to be left alone so early on in the game. Like, IG, more often than not, they've been leaving this
so Global, great
Ooh,
stun though from the Dragonite, faster than the XSS. And now they have to back up. So what they wanted to do there is they wanted to lasso and global at the same time, so then Young 11 cannot debuff anybody that gets dragged back. But a lot of them miss Q. As a Batrider player, you pretty much have to blink right on top of the target. Now CK gets stunned up, and now they are doing the 4-man gank. Silence not gonna be on Fenrir. Fenrir caught out on the backline though. They're gonna take him down. Great ult by Paparazzi. Wait, Fenrir is still alive. He's getting a ton of HP back, and now they're gonna surround OP. And I think OP is gonna die here. He's getting a ton of HP. Barely survives. Paparazzi.
Magnetisms. No kick.
Man.
No, it's his last rock. He used it to try to extend the map size, but he didn't see that it was already starting to channel a TP, otherwise he would just knock it down in front of himself. So, yeah, that war map. That gave so much map control of that fight.
Well, this started it all, right? They saw CK farming there, so they just like torrent him up and then gripped him. And then the rest of the hero came, like one from here, a couple from here. And then this just provided vision the whole time. It will get dewarded. I'm sure IG is going to check that spot now, but that was a big victory here for Vici.
Great recognition of the fact that Global was down.
Yep.
That's the main thing that holds them back at this time. I think Exorcism was down also in the cooldown earlier, so they got a big win, but that doesn't mean that things are starting to shift Vici's favor. There's still they have to take these team fights very, very carefully.
Ray X here. this war saw Batrider rotating up, so immediately he saw Kunga and Bane support up here and set up the kills.
Oh, mid lane, Paparazzi getting rolled on.
Okay, he's not very
Exorcism.
tanky. Yeah, I think he's gonna be dead. Wait, Aphotic Shield? No, they heals him up.
Nice
Can they burst him down?
bolts.
Aphotic Shield? Okay, back to the shrine. He's fine. I don't think you could dive him anymore. Now they'll turn it around OP. Are they gonna go for Bubblegum instead? They want OP. They X him up. They got the Tor and then Dragonite activating. It's like good silence, good global. So they drag him back, but they have no way to actually control him. Looks like they're gonna try to run him down. It's looking pretty good right now. 0-11 really goes for it. Oh, here comes the horses. Gaze of Death comes in. Now the fight is going the other direction. Paparazzi says, not like this. Warren, can it be good? Does he have a magic stick? He does. And the creep flies it over for another drag bag. Back and
Exorcist
forth.
has lasso.
Oh, they have more. One more reality rip.
Oh my god. Oh my.
3 rips.
He has lasso.
3 kills.
He grabs the Kunkka. He's burning underneath the sticky napalm. Oh, one more right click.
Wow.
Wow.
It was a good fight.
That was.
And then CK showed up.
It was so bad. Yeah, it was a good fight, and then it was a bad fight, and then it was a great fight because it was really good awareness initially by the Death Prophet to use up that Abaddon. That is
Right.
like that was a high level play because he suspected that if the Aphotic Shield comes in, then they can no longer get the skill. So after Venomancer goes into the high ground,
They should have backed
like,
up.
okay, I'll
They should
retreat.
have backed up earlier. Like they chased into the shrine.
Right, but I mean, it worked out because then Vici were like, look, she's so heavily committed. Bobuka's out of position. He's on our high ground. We can get both. So they start going for the Death Prophet. Bobuka pulls out one silence, and then Global Silence follows up right after. And then Exorcism was just freshly cast, so it had all that duration. Gaze of Death quietly was making its way to the mid lane. Suddenly Phantasmed, and now Silencer is a proud owner of +6 intelligence, compliments of its Chaos Knight.
So you're saying by chasing into the shrine, it was a great bait, mate.
Listen,
8 out of 8.
I always give professional players the benefit of the doubt. Always.
Except the Shadow play on Blood.
No, that was just a straight up. Well, actually, no, he won the game. So yes, you know what? Yeah, I shouldn't have doubted him.
Alright, here comes the siege. Bobuka in position to maybe roll. This is
Exorcism's up.
you need to put a ward up there if you're Paparazzi, because Bobuka's always in these like little random spots. But the wards gonna give them a push.
Well, that's
Paparazzi
what you talked
finishes-
about. You pick a Baden to be a frontliner hero that does not care about what you have.
Right, LC can't even come close to doing that. So
No, definitely not.
well, the game is very even. The top heavy farmer is on the side of IGE, but for the most part, very well rounded.
I wonder what the Silencer's gonna go for. I mean, more often than not, that's like one of the... You don't often care what a 5 position will go for, but this game, like you said, like the net worth is well-rounded.
I think...
And so I think Sansa... Oh, they smoke right underneath this Dire Ward.
I think Glimmer Cape would be amazing against Bane, Veno.
Yeah, so that was my question. Should he go for a defensive item or should he go for an offensive item? Like if he wants to go for something like a medallion to help out with DP's damage output, that could have a place, even though DP actually went for a Solar Crest herself.
Yeah, I think you just go Glimmer or Force Staff. But right now, the Dire, and they're gonna play relatively safe. I want to say too
Yeah, I mean,
safe.
they saw the smoke, so...
It was just like... So even though the smoke doesn't get any kill, at the same time it also like did something, you know what I'm saying? Because Vici just expected too much.
Well, and they placed these 2 deep wards,
Yeah.
which is great. Because now they can take this tier 1 tower safely. And probably not have to spend Exorcism for it. Okay, so they can start just forcing towers. Phantasm's up, Exorcism's up. They're gonna glyph this tower, and then they're gonna glyph tier 2, but it's definitely gonna get pushed. So, do you react, or do you go for Roche?
I really don't think Vici has the item to take a head on fight right now.
So they're thinking about
Okay.
Roche.
So I really like Lotus Orb, but I don't like it out of Young 11. I think he needs to do deeps for the team. I mean, Dragonite technically could do a lot of deeps late game, but He needs a lot of time to get there.
Dire's
Right now they're just losing buildings. Exorcism committed for this one, and she's gonna forge the shrine, so she will have Exorcism for this fight. I don't think they would get this Roche. This is a very bad fight for Vici. Phantasm used. They're gonna do the loop around here and Gaze of Death. Alright, Global's gonna get used. They drag one back.
Nice.
Insta-kill on Venomancer. No ultimate just yet. Boba on the back line. Magnetize on the whole
Single-handedly
team.
shutting down 4 heroes.
And now Roche is open. They can clean up the wards.
Exorcism's down though.
Yeah,
And
Phantasm.
CK doesn't really do that much Roche
Holy
damage.
shit, there's a lot of Phantasm here.
Yep. Gaze of Death. Rolled lucky.
Back to poor.
So, I mean, Vici is definitely itemized to counter the global. Kunkka going for the Greaves eventually. And of course, Abaddon going for the
Lotus Sword.
Lotus Sword. But sure,
But then who deals the damage?
Yeah, who's hitting the CK, dude? I guess it's all up to DK.
Pretty much.
They just go back into Roche. No Exorcism, no Phantasm. Maybe they just get it here. Wow.
I don't think that they need those ults to be able to contest this. But the bigger question is, are they aware of it?
Well, here's something. Paparazzi still has his ult. And he's gonna drop wards everywhere. I think it's gonna be hard to stop this Roche.
Mad Rider coming in for round 2, but these wards see everything. And still Dire is scared, even without all these ults. Initiation.
Lincoln, he slow down, and now on the back line, Paparazzi gets up the ult, gets a Gaze of Death. Boboka, they got the bolt buff on them, so that's actually really good. And now, Sidver still alive, Gaze of Death. They're gonna try to kill that core. Big kill there. They do get him. So far, 2 for 0. And the team fight, I think, has dragged out a bit too long. Defensive heal coming out, no X-Back. But a stun on the
Exorcism
back
in
line.
5 seconds, if they can stay alive.
I don't know what she's gonna use it. Maybe she will.
so close!
Okay, she's gonna actually fight this. It's gonna be a 1v5? Oh, that was just a throw,
jeez.
right? Oh no, not like this. So evidently, they do need Exorcism and Phantasm because they went in and they just got blown up.
Yeah. It was a bad approach. Bat Rider was coming in from this area, and the rest of his team was coming around from this area. And so there was no organized target to go on. And whenever everyone finally congregated like near the side of the pit, then Venomancer got like a 5-man poison over.
Right. I mean, hindsight is 2020, but without Phantasm or Exorcism, where is IG's damage?
Yeah.
Like magnetized?
You could have let it go. Yeah. And it wouldn't have even been that big of a deal because DK taking an Aegis is not that big of a deal. Venomancer taking the Aegis is nice, but you can just kind of stall out for 5 minutes.
Right.
And Abaddon taking the Aegis, he doesn't have any damage, he doesn't have a Radiance right now, which he actually has dropped the idea of going for the Lotus Orb
there you
after
go.
making big stacks in the past 2 fights, so off the Radiance battle.
Got him on that dial. Well, Young 11, don't fuck this up. My actual row, I mean.
Yeah, you say that, and the next fight we're gonna be like, wow, Global Silence, I can't believe Abaddon didn't A-Fog shield anyone.
It's not up to him.
Tribute to my house.
Well, if he had a Lotus Orb, it would be up to him.
You know the term game-losing BKB.
Game-losing Lotus Orb?
Game-losing Lotus Orb right here.
It'd be the first time I've ever seen one of those.
I mean, the rest of the team has really itemized against it well, right? BKB up on DK. Greaves, well, need to finish the mech first, but Lanham's gonna eventually go to Greaves. And then Bane has a Glimmer, so he'll be effective even under Global. So, I think overall, Vici should be fine under Global. It's more about, you know,
Phantasm and
whether they
Exorcism.
could, dance around CK. Oh, I really like this item choice out of Gaze of Death. Do you know how the Blink Dagger works with the...
Oh yeah, so it'll suck up all your Rift Illusions in like a...
Big
I think
AoE.
it's a 1200 AoE? Yeah, it's pretty big.
Right, so what you could do is you could Phantasm, and instead of running your illusion into the fight, you leave them back a bit, you blink in and you reality, and the reality will drag them from your original position. So pretty much you just go it's like a very convoluted way to essentially go Blink Dagger on all your illusions.
Right. The idea is that you don't have to spend that second and a half inside your Phantasm cast animation. So if you see someone like a DK, you just blink right next to him, cancel the Blink Dagger by right-clicking him once, and then all of a sudden all of your illusions can rift onto it without having to go through the animation.
The danger of going this mid-game Blink Dagger is that I feel like at this point in the game, CK really has trouble keeping up with people's farm.
Well, that's what Mana Stone's for. See that? It's farming. All good on the bot lane. Actually, all these instants.
And also, you start to lose out on your item progression compared to, like, you spend 2k on not a damage item. You know, that could be your heart or your AC or whatever. So I'm always...
You can go for armlet early on either.
Right, so I'm always really worried that, you know, he's gonna fall quickly. I think not going armless right against a Venom. Because, you know...
I guess.
Lose that HP pretty quick.
Oh. They see Young 11.
They can't go for him, right?
That's the last person that they want.
I mean, they can.
I mean, they can eventually kill him, but it'll take a while.
He's got Radiance, didn't he?
And he has Radiance completed, yeah. Well, you got no choice.
Alright.
Wow, they used Phantasm.
Get him.
I don't know about using Phantasm for that.
Well,
they can't push.
He's not shy.
It's almost like using... he's not shy, but you need to start being shy. You saw how that Roche fight went when they didn't have Phantasm illusions.
Yeah, he's got
That's an important cooldown.
Oh,
it's like Warlock Golem.
Light of Heaven Light. There we go.
Golden Star of Heaven.
Okay.
See, like, now they're trying to go for this... Oh my god, Boba's going in.
Okay, he is going in. Glimmer Cape?
Everyone TP'd out. So...
Glimmer TP?
Glimmer Cape is up now.
Protection. Yules him!
Yules!
Nice. Oh, get that juicy +2.
Oh wow, he was walking away from that fight.
Cool
he was on the edge of that radius.
Don't look at explosion, man.
I guess not. Smart guys don't look at explosions.
Yeah, it's bad for your eyes, actually.
It is. It's like the eclipse.
Okay. So Veno thought about going Axe and then goes back for a BKB. I guess so he could cast his ult during global.
I think he's worried about getting rifted and then immediately insta-gibbed.
Yep, also true.
But that's just another perk of this Blink Dagger. You're not even going to be able to react in time, but whenever you get rifted in with a pre-Phantasm.
Pro player, when they have the BKB, they go like... Yeah. They on that case.
Gaze of Death is going for a... Well, he had a Blade of Alacrity, which was gearing up towards the Diffusal Blade. Oh, no, okay. He finished off the entire Diffusal Blade. He was coming on the corner. And now he's going for a Scotty. So, Diffusal Blade is a little bit interesting to me.
Okay.
It does boost your damage output quite a bit because all of your illusions will be giving the feedback, but there's not really anything worth purging. I think he just does not want to get kited.
But nobody's building Yules up there. Or Yules.
Right.
Is under attack.
That's why
I mean, it's okay.
Usually the Diffusal is like a reaction item.
Right. I think that because they don't really have a good way to counter illusion, it's not like you're playing against Sand King and you know all these big AoE machine that your illusion is gonna stick around. So a bit of added value. Starting to run out of slots though for himself.
Yeah, it's a bunch of mid-game items. Well, things have definitely quieted down in the past few minutes. But I think Veno and DK outfarm a CK and a Death Prophet, so Vici Gaming are happy with this.
Just what I've been waiting for.
I'm still a bit reserved to say like DK outscaled other people, but the last couple of days I've been just watching DK hit like level 20 and then suddenly it's an issue. Especially this game, right? Splashing across attack on DK at least.
I mean, right now it would be pretty valuable, but once CK gets this Scotty, then I think that it boosts up his survivability to a point at which DK can't kill it quickly.
Yeah,
like the
but what
times that we've been seeing CK illusions go down quickly, it's like the big crits like from Svan and stuff like that.
Well, what if DK get a Scotty, dude? Remember that game?
Yeah, that's true.
I think that might have been the
Battle of the
DK game
Kites.
that they lost.
No, so the DK game that was lost was the one that we had today with the Doom. The Doom that lost. He had a DK on his team.
Okay, I don't even remember that.
You don't remember we had a Doom today?
No, I remember the Doom, but I don't remember the Doom in that game.
Yeah. Well, exactly. That's my
had
point.
Very little impact.
Oh, paparazzi. What a ward.
He's playing with
Dude,
fire.
this freaking ward. That ward takes so long to kill.
Alright. Blink. Done. Phantasm. Got ult. Not sure about this. And now, nice Manta dodging the stun, but Gaze of Death taking a ton of that damage, and it's gonna straight up die. What kind of initiation was that? On the Abaddon? And now gets gripped here, and they're gonna clean him up. Well, still alive right now. The bolt connects. And survives a little bit longer. Lots of great damage. Trying to do the suckety suck, but not gonna be enough. Young 11's gonna survive through this. Bat Rider self-heals as well. The long kick. Okay.
Oh, he kills the Baton!
You're pretty good at this game. Q doing the damn thing you can. Finally,
The
will go
curse
down
is
well.
gonna finish him.
Oh, yep, Curse is gonna finish him as well. But still, the big team fight victory goes to Vici Gaming. It's gonna be they're all dead moment here. I guess it's not the worst, because the Vici cores also died, but jumping the Abaddon though.
Yeah, what was that initiation? What is the best case scenario for jumping in, chaos bolting, and phantasming on an Abaddon?
I guess you crit him such a high threshold damage that his ult doesn't
No,
trigger?
because it has to be one big crit. And
Yeah, one big crit.
But it's that isn't how CK works. He works with a bunch of medium-sized crits.
Oh, I mean,
It's Fenrir.
275%, right? Is that enough?
No,
275%?
it's not enough. You need a greater than 400 damage to, because the health threshold is 400. So you need to do like a 500 damage crit. And CK is
okay, he's like 500, yeah.
yeah, and that's against a target that does not have 17 armor, which is what the Abaddon has. I don't know what that was.
But they probably
I mean,
sold
it ended up
it
working out fine because of God. But he blinked in.
Yeah, I don't know about that. Wait, actually, Reality Rift, right? Minus armor there.
That's
Look,
true.
it's not a good play. I'm just trying to understand why they did that.
I can't, between Magnetize and Curse, I can't believe that all the Vici Gaming cores ended up dying by the end of that.
Yeah.
They're smoked up. They see that Roche has nothing going on inside of it, but the scan catches the smoke.
Well, they think they might be Roshing though, but instead they're running right at them. Lanham smoke breaks. You get vision.
What's up now?
Okay, force
they-
staff up to the
They can take
shrine.
this fight.
Thorn's gonna miss as well. Boboga's here. They drop double sentry. Blink stun on Boboga. They're gonna try to burn down Global though. It's gonna make things a little bit more difficult on the back line. Very quickly, Kunga dies before dropping the next or Bolt. And 11, okay, don't focus on the Abaddon.
Stop going on a battle!
Abaddon now going on the Gaze of Death. The ult does end, and he does actually kill him. Wait, no, he doesn't actually. It's 11 that gets the full HP. Thank you very much. On the right side, Ori on the run right now. BKB down, and Paparazzi fires a venomous gale, hits nobody. Ori still dropping low. The heal though from Abaddon keeps him alive, and now they focus on Ori or OP. OP's gonna go down now. Blink forward. Q, next one to fall. 4 dead. Bat Rider barely TP's out. Why, for the mother of God, focus on Abaddon?
Give this man back his Bloodseeker. He's lost the privilege of playing heroes other than Bloodseeker and Mirana. Because the other thing is that he had phantasmed near this shrine, and then he blinked like max range. And so the Rift illusions ended up not coming with him whenever he rifted the comp. So he illusions, while the Rift illusions started walking all the way down here.
I think all these fights just answers the question that you asked earlier. Why Abaddon instead of LC, right? Because this Abaddon's getting a hell lot more than LC.
Well, I didn't think that he had an Axe Taunt as his 5th Phantom spell, but apparently he does.
I mean, if they don't focus him, then he heals up the whole team, right? So that's kind of how the hero works.
Not if you can burst him down first. I'm pretty sure if you manage to catch up with DK, he's gonna die before Baden can keep him alive. This is why I was crafting Aghanim stuff.
Why they give Abaddon the
Because they know that he's gonna draw all the aggro, so might as well give him 2 lives.
I don't think he needs to life, but okay.
Actually, you're right. Actually, he doesn't need 2 lives.
Really
I don't know.
I mean, he did die in that going crazy team fight, but
yeah, I'm actually not sure why they didn't give it to Venomancer.
Yeah,
Venomancer has an Aquila. He can. Well, DK, I understand. He's a better cheese candidate because you're not gonna have your Dragon Form on your 2nd life. But I don't know why you wouldn't give it to Veno.
Oh, they're gonna have AC for the next fight as well. Courier flying there. They also have Greaves finish on Lanham. Like, there's a ton of armor item, and this CK hasn't really gotten too much gold because, well, hasn't he really killed people in the last couple of fights? I think we might see yet another late game DK victory here.
He's definitely reaching that point.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
DK has kind of hit a standstill in terms of item progression. He's working on this BKB.
Yeah.
He should... actually, I don't know if he'll be able to pick it up for the next fight.
I think the only way that Vici could lose this game at this point is that they need to worry about IG's like cheesing potential. Like you have Phantasm and Exorcism, right? If you somehow randomly lose 2 heroes in front of your base, you can't just get straight up Rexed. So that's really the only thing that they have to be aware of. In a straight up 5v5 fight, I think Vici's just gonna win it.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Gonna say this tier 2 uncontested. Oh, yeah, Young 11 has completed a Lotus Orb, so he doesn't even need to be concerned about Silent Pump anymore.
High ground. He's got an Aegis, so I mean, come on. You gotta focus.
What are you gonna do?
Alright, lasso him in.
Okay. Double lasso.
Okay, Yule Scepter.
And double Force Staff.
I mean, okay, he's
back
full HP
here.
now. Yep. Wait, base! CK's, yeah, that's the one thing they need to be careful about. I kinda just mentioned it. But now 11, Aegis is triggered, it's fighting time. CK gets the racks. Now he's back. If they could defend this, and it looks like they will, Aegis is triggered, his ultimate still on cooldown. Now Ori taking a ton of that damage, or OP, sorry, OP, gonna go down. Bad Rider, back in the base, half that shrine, gets X back, and also gonna go down. Buyback number 1, he's gonna get triggered. Wait, but CK back in the fight here. Bane's still very, very tanky thanks to all of the armor item on the team. Gaze of Death cannot get the kill. 011's in there, getting the kill on Gaze of Death. Gaze of Death gonna go down. He does not have buyback. Oh my god, look at the damage from 11. Zoning him out, and now they go back for the objective. Despite the heroic play here from Gaze of Death, sneaking that rack. Not gonna be enough. In fact, they're gonna go for the tier 4. No buyback for 1 minute from the DK. Alright, Bat Rider buys back. Are they scared now?
He has lasso.
Okay.
No, they're not scared.
Alright, they're gonna switch targets to the racks instead.
They gave a bat and the cheese.
Okay.
DK knows who the real carry is right now.
Alright, they might be correct. Abaddon. Doesn't it work? Are they gonna lasso him again?
I mean, he has time up yet again.
Wing stun on OP. Does not buyback if he dies again. And force staff out. Not gonna be enough. And now they can go back to the tier 4. And they will. And we're going to game 3.
I'm not tapping out yet, but it's pretty over.
Okay. Slowly but surely, Veno drops that ult. Exorcist back in the fountain. And now on the back line here, Popoka throws his life away. 6 seconds to Gaze of Death, but GG.
There were a few strategic decisions from the Chaos Knight that I have to question.
word, say the word. Say the word, come on. Say the word and we can run around the earth and around the sun. Say the word and we can stay. Forget about that better place. And I know you're healing, 'cause I know the feeling. My streets stop breathing. I don't wanna let you. Say the word, say the word. Say the word. Seeing all the reasons we should forget about this place, but I don't wanna leave here if you're just gonna stay. Changing like the seasons, been wasting all this time. Should be like satellites, cast beyond the sky. Believe our fate for another day. Riding these horizons, we'll find our way. We'll leave our fate and fade into the night. Just follow me to paradise. To say we tried. Say the word and we can run around the earth and around the sun. Say the word and we can stay. Forget about that better place. And I know
Dire team ban. Radiant team pick. Dire team pick.
Night Stalker.
Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Dire team pick.
Admiral Concar.
Death Prophet. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
Now I'm questioning if we're gonna see the Gates Death Piranha. That's the real question. That's how shook Vici made them. They just whip out carry a bat out of nowhere, and they're like, "Geez, can't do that anymore."
Yeah, I guess. The redder.
Also, Bobuka in general, actually. I think you're right first time. I don't think that Vici Gaming are gonna go for it again, though. IG are... They really like their silence strategies, I gotta say. This time, Vici Gaming pick up the Death Prophet, but damn it all if IG just doesn't love shutting your mouth.
You know, it turns out fast spells.
10 seconds remaining.
Itemize against everybody bottom
5 seconds
against
remaining.
And when you just want to trust your item, there is
because they also had tons of silences on IG. They had the Nature's Prophet, Bloodthorn, they had the Bloodseeker, Bloodright, they had the Earth Spirit silence. But Vici Gaming didn't really itemize against it. They were like, it's a bunch of silences, who cares? And the Keeper of the Light was just like, I'm gonna go get a Greaves for myself and not get a Lotus Orb from a Weaver. So maybe that's the reaction.
I thought
they actually itemize.
They picked Weaver into Bobuka. I thought that was that's
that's also true.
Stuff, man. Bobuka is gonna get you.
He's gonna get you.
Well, I'd say respect if I ever see one.
XSS did good work on it in Game 1.
No, I'm talking about the app.
Oh, yeah.
5 seconds remaining.
Well,
profit.
I don't think it's so much respect just because Young 11 did work on it. I think they just don't have to deal with that strategy. They're okay with Legion Commander slipping through, which is what Vici Gaming went for in Game 1 against all these silences, but Abaddon proved to be too formidable.
Behold the Horn of Magnus.
Alright. 11 mag instead. What kind of melee core are you thinking about? Anti-mage? Juggernaut?
Void?
Void, sure.
Dude, I never see Juggernaut these days. Sven?
Juggernaut might be the pick here, right?
5 seconds remaining.
Yeah.
All of those heroes I mentioned, you can get BKBs on them.
Right. I think Sven would be pretty good. Only thing is that Crippling Fear makes you miss a lot, so maybe it's not the best idea.
Maybe Juggernaut. Spit that off too, dude.
You can't spin off silence.
You can manta. It's cinema.
You can manta, any hero can manta it. Dude, there's so many silences!
It seems like
I would hate to play against this. Yeah, but then they have like that option fourth with a hero who could potentially go Orchid.
Remaining.
But yeah, 3 does seem to be the sweet spot. So you got your 3 silences, now you start drafting some damage. Let's see. Back.
Silence Glimpse? Is that the play?
That's the play. And what the hell's Mirana gonna do in this draft? Quite a bit, actually. Mirana would be pretty good.
The problem when he ruptured, he got set to the team up.
I guess so. I think that they should get like a Blade Mail carrier because DP was getting all sorts of. Oh my god! I can't believe it. I can't believe we're right.
You can't believe I'm right.
This is the first time we've seen Juggernaut. We've seen like 4 Magnuses. I'm trying to say that you're right. That's all I'm trying to say.
10 seconds.
I did not actually. Okay then.
5 seconds remaining.
That settles it. Goddamn Juggernaut. We've seen several Magnuses through this qualifier, and this is the first time we've seen a follow-up with a Juggernaut. The game couldn't believe it either. There was like this. Like, he's reading the script. He's not allowed to read the script.
Dire team.
Even IG are baffled. They have to go through all of their reserve time just to whip out a Lycan for Gaze of Death, which I proposed last game. Let that be known, or game 1 actually. But you know, same deal.
10 seconds remaining.
You're missing out on all these dank
5
picks.
seconds remaining.
I don't know. You can radio cast him drafting the last ban. My thing's still working pretty Gucci. You could just restart DOTA.
Radiant team ban.
Vici Gaming ban out Ember Spirit. Maybe.
Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Radiant team pick.
Invictus Gaming last ban out Winter Wyvern. So who are they going to have in their offlane? They've got Lycan for Gaze of Death, they've got Puck for OP, they've got Disruptor for Q, and they've got Night Stalker for Bobica. You just need an access hero. Or it could be an offlane Puck, because Vici Gaming thinks it's an offlane Puck. They banned out Ember Mid as their last ban. Last second to... they have 13 reserve seconds. Earthshaker. So it is going to be a mid Puck offlane XSS, or yeah, offlane XSS Shaker. Which we saw a pretty solid. Okay, great. We saw a pretty solid Shaker. Yeah, no problem with Terran Ehome.
10 seconds.
So maybe XSS taking notes.
5 seconds remaining.
It means intentionally like Magnus third. Just to extent.
Choose your hero.
Korean Protector. Yeah, it doesn't seem very good because if it's not great in the late phase, then usually you're like, well, at least it's gonna keep almost stars alive. But Lycan doesn't really care about living over. He there's like 5 units attacking a tower at a time, that light armor will get chewed through very quickly.
Ten seconds remaining.
Suppose in the landing phase, it makes his Enchant Remnant harass a little bit worse, because I don't know if Trade Protection can spend a lot of time, like, so if he's going to be in Juggernaut, boarding Juggernaut, then you need a hero that can deal with a melee situation against Earth. I mean, if you put the armor on yourself, then you can probably win a 1v1 fight, because if you have an Orb of Venom, even with Enchant Totem, you're still not going to take as much damage as the Shaker is. But it's late game, I don't really know. And he will help against catching like the Root, but I feel like they're heroes to do that. I think IG has still got the right idea with their mass balances, because Juggernaut the hero, he'll build Manta style, but he does not really like having to build BKB. It's not early on. We usually want to get more damage items first. So the silences will still be a concern for him. And they don't have the best vision heroes this thing. And that means that Night Stalker is probably going to have a pretty good time. So I'm going to side with IG on that one.
Thirty seconds to battle.
At Young 11, I should be fairly confident staying in this lane against the Disruptor and Lycan. Invasion. XSS. Yeah. When did he level guys? Because that was... Yeah, I guess that's what it was. They must have leveled it, they saw the lanes. Once Magnus scouted at the bot lane, they're like, we can go for an invasion, but he had already skilled up. I don't know. He may have died, but Gaming may have been able to turn it around and get another kill of their own. Well, success blocks the first wave, so he'll get a little bit of experience, and since it's a double melee lane, and it's actually not Trent who's going to be helping out the Juggernaut, Trent is going to be getting jungle XP while Kaka's zoned out there with Shaker. Shaker's definitely going to hit level 2 in this live, and probably get much more.
You shall not.
Yeah, Young 11, he's jonesing from living armor, but that's not coming anytime soon. That was Defender taps and Pop Roxy's experience, which looks like he's gonna do. Like, normally I'm not okay with that for spending this much time in one lane, but since he's gonna have this synergy with Howl Lycan at nighttime, it's okay if he doesn't have a lot of points in Void, because he's still gonna be dealing a lot of damage just as he clicks.
I'm friendly, but is going to help Prophet. Has Leech Seed online. Soften up
the Trade Protector. Yeah. He's the nature.
Okay, they're all tree guys. The thing is, I think Q is soft. Notice how they treat them. That's what they expect the Treant to be. But Thunderstrike, they ow immediately, and now around you're back, barely survives. 20 HP. Fenrir.
Yes, and that is
Yo, that is gonna be a kill here. Fenrir giving up 2 kills back to back. Shockwave.
Oh, the shockwave!
Good.
16 HP.
Good hit.
Yeah, they're ignoring all and not ignoring help in our game situations.
11.
Oh man.
Very low. Days of death. It's just. Well, we're looking for a warrior snipe.
We can put Lunkin on his list for now.
It was on the list last game. Early game wise.
Well, he stuck. Was it Purpose 1 2? If he. He's just gonna get this. Well, Adam gets the kill on the Disruptor as well. You have to beat my tier 2 as now, or take damage from the Howl. Blow in 1 second.
Oh, got the die off though. Experience. What happened with the pump on the mid side? He saved the base with the crystal. Because if he made something else, then the crystal will just go. Instead,
and Fenrir has transferred his energy back up to the top lane. Brute, Blade here. Oh, yeah.
You've done.
Exodus is still doing fine. He's at level 4 in this offlane. Well, Magnus is at 3.5. And even not gonna get his bounty when his Bobica jumps from him. Yeah, he actually can do a lot. Howl and Yagalov takes Bobica with him. Well played by Bobica. That's true. He's doing lay sand, so he's really fast right now.
A gift from the temple.
And Howl will be up in 30 seconds. So Bobica's gonna travel on up to the top lane. They don't have any detection for the Screen Protector. Juggernaut has been playing it pretty loose and does not have very much HP. And yeah, they're gonna go. They're not even gonna need Howl. Oh, but he's giving him Weak Seed. Yeah, of course. Yeah, he grabs the bit of the soul ring, which is the recipe coming in on the courier, and now Disruptor's up here. Level 3, so he has a point in glimpse, but this is a little bit tricky. Oh wait, no, never mind. Exodus, Mopka has a point in crippling fear now, so they can totally go on a jump yet again.
Yeah, because if Shaker is she might start off.
Trim is protectors.
Islands. They could dive this. Really long fish.
They're acting like Fenrir had left, but Fenrir is been just camping here the whole time, and they have no protection for him. So, even though Paparazzi was playing it kind of close, he still had full awareness of the heroes that were trying to come.
Q has a sentry. They just don't have a piece.
Oh yeah, I guess he just can't go in, but yeah, they haven't placed it.
I think the gank idea was good, but they came a little bit early. If Shaker had Echo, I would for sure.
Now Q has got the bot lane. Well, because there were 2 shapeshift activated.
Top lane just spinning, but you kind of spun. Flips. Get the kill. Flips back. And go again.
Success. He has Fitter. One more enchant. No.
Nope.
He doesn't have the mana for Omni Slash.
Oh, where's that mango, dude?
Where is that mango? Off lane. Dream Coil and Magnus. He's dead.
Power goes down as well. IG off to a really good start here. pretty much in every, whether he's actively in it or just passively using Hal for his allies.
Yeah. That's such a high worth nighttime. Just like a level 4 Night Stalker.
Get him. From Goose Falls.
If only he could have burped off a raindrop.
Yeah. I like how at level 4, Zero is chasing into a level 8 hero, no problem.
She can't siphon. She has all her siphon charges, but she knows the second she turns around past Night Stalker's just gonna run away. Yeah. He has boots completed, so he has 518 move speed when phases. Oh man. You're about to go for a move on Chicker, but he just especially can't run into creep and Trin loses in his.
Land. Trying to go some runes.
Oh my. This
Scared away.
Yeah, Kunkka is not finding her. Oh wow, Kunkka has 0 points in X, what the heck?
Alright.
Is this a thing?
Seems dubious. I guess he's
Maxing
not
out Tidebringer?
he's not really once going around to set up ganks. I guess that's the new stuff, but
But he has phase boot on Kunkka.
oh,
And I don't think
this reminds me of a year ago where Lana used to go for this max Tidebringer support Kunkka build. He would always this, and the idea is maybe is going to provide a ton, and you just use Torn to set up and just essentially use your physical damage, and then transition into armor semi-carry.
Okay, well,
also, yeah.
the Tree and Protector is not nearly as reliable stuff for Torrent. Echo Slam, right onto the Juggernaut. He didn't enchant anything.
Slam's but dodging it. Dodge it.
He's dead.
That's actually really good for
Oh, and they see Fenrir. Mid lane. He's gonna TP out. No, too much damage! And can anyone see?
So the top, right?
Yeah. Oh, wait, Boba can and Exorcist is here. Fenrir.
I think maybe
healing it.
No,
Boba.
and
Yeah, it's your ghost thing. It's time to stop her back and forth.
The tower has fallen.
That's right. I love dropping some knowledge bombs. Boba can activate the darkness. I'm not entirely sure why. It looks like him and 11 had a duel in the bot lane, but neither of them got the kill. So maybe he was just trying to dodge a potential shockwave.
Gold remains.
I mean, this is gonna be pretty good. Like I said,
Magnus,
Lycan has a ton of units. That's true. So we can turn into a pretty competent damage dealer. I just haven't seen it in so long. At least not this early. Whenever it transitions, it's usually like 30 minutes or 40 minutes, not 11 minutes.
In the late game, you're always not enough.
Right.
You know, too late. But so it's a second point to X has access in. Where will he get that?
Ideally, with Fenrir, like you said, he needs the setup if he doesn't have that many points in X, which actually he's not going back for more points in Tidebringer. So I don't know what the plan is here, but you've said that he's done it before, so I have faith in Lanham to skill him accordingly. Looks like Radiant team want to start pushing it mid.
Okay. Trina severely. I remember when both used to play this kind of tree. He'll be able to set up a ton of kills, so he'll get low.
Torrent
Both come out. Okay, good damage so far, but not nearly enough. Necrobook gets popped. They have the X back and bring him back right into the spin. Gaze of Death and seeing death. Good stuff. And the Necrobook will get killed as well. Simultaneously, looks like Bobuka has found himself a treat in the jungle. If you
timing on that silent DP, if Lycan was able to get that ship stuff, then there was no way that they should be finish.
Right. They pretty much had to change that one perfect, and they did. Invis Rune and Lanham.
Just one rune.
Still like that bracer though. Yo,
and now living armor.
Run right back into it. Well, that looked silly in caster vision, but it was nighttime, and
yeah,
we couldn't see Jack.
I'll take that as tribute.
And they also saw him plop that ward down as he was leaving, I think. Oh, never mind. No, Q's not going to go for it. I guess they didn't catch it.
I think the strategy that she has just takes a little long to get online. Look at how aggressive they are. And Gaze of Death just activates ultimate right in front of Levin's main. Yeah.
Oh,
okay.
Nice potential fit.
Oh. Yo, he still dies, right?
Yeah, he's him.
Yeah. A little bit too long to come
power is almost maxed. That just means that Juggernaut can start farming at a quicker pace. Doesn't mean that Juggernaut can take the fights. He's even scared to go for the tier 1 push because once he sees his and as the glimpse comes in and hits 2 heroes, show Dream Coil.
Run past that slap. They're gonna none of that double sucking them dead crypt good gesture. Alright, well people still hanging around here. So that
backs up.
You could just can't kill for you.
Bounty, which my matriarch would prize.
They didn't kill Ori, and I think there was a healing ward somewhere in the mix they weren't able to kill either. Because all these Vici heroes were getting critically low, but none of them were getting finished off. Juggernaut ended up taking his own slash can kill Boca, but that was worth it because there was no other cores worth spending that on slash on because Lycan goes down to the Crypt Swarm. Yeah. Snap, that's high worth. Yeah, I'll take that. Any day of the week. Let's call it the turnaround. IG is still up 2k, but Juggernaut has got a big helping hand back in this game, which is not looking too great for him. Like I said, Empower being up in range of things that he's that doesn't really help his fights.
Back, but he's up. Uh-oh. Was that down. The way that this he went for next, right?
Yeah, the X is an insurance plan. If Lycan does manage to survive it, then he's definitely not going anywhere with the X him. At least until he gets to DKB, which is probably going to be pretty soon. He's going to finish off Necrobook 3, but I see no. Oh, Courier's rooted and rear. He will pay with his life, but a worthy cause.
It's a matter of
Yes, by the way, good silence. The RP, but what happened? The next fight. So I think time for Vici to smoke up. They got the Manta, the silence counter. It's online.
Well, one of the silence counters. He still has to worry about 2 other ones, and he can't enter out of one of them. What's Death going for? She's going for a KB too. Hey, look, this is they're respecting the silence. That was what they didn't do in game 1. It's what they did do in game 2.
Wow, you'll KB? That's a
yeah, that's right. Yep.
It's quite annoying for DP.
Right. Going in. X boats.
There you go. Slap commit as well, and he'll TP out. Wait, so this one looks like ladder removal.
Okay. Absolutely worth pulling off that. Like, they had one ward right here that I guess like it saw through the back. I don't know how else they were able to get the X off on Lycan, but yeah, and probably you put down center because it's like it's not him.
How did they saw him?
How did they saw him?
I don't know. Maybe treat.
No,
I don't think so.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. They had an observer ward in the shrine. But a young 11. It's daytime. Godlike figure. Oh, he doubted himself for a second.
Never doubt yourself.
Never doubt.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
I think getting Yules into BKB is nice for DP, but I want to consider getting some armor. That is the danger, right? Lightning can just munch you down. Let's say you're chainsaw.
The idea, yeah, if you're getting them, then you're screwed. The idea is that Yules can split out against like these idle silences and like green coil situations, which Lycan is attacking you, but the rest of your team is still alive. And if things get really bad, then you can BKB and start taking the fight too.
Mid lane, Link on Pete. Wait, did you hear? He's still alive. He's X. And now. Oh my god. Oh my phase. Oh, the shockwave from downtown. But still, the fight has been stuck. Young 11. So much shield from the Healing Ward. For the love of God. Hit the Healing Ward. Oh my goodness. Big crit coming out from Lana. Gonna be fine here. Spin. Doing quite a bit of damage now. Gets rolled up. Down. Boboka trying to kill the up slash, gonna clean somebody. Keep letting ward because that was way slow.
Healing ward plus the drum. There was supposedly 3,500 damage dealt by that Earthquake, but normally it should be enough to win it quite handily, especially when you have such a nice setup with the Dream Coil plus Veil, because Puck was able to get that Veil off before it died, and then you have Static Storm on top of it, and still no one on Vici died. I can't believe it.
Well, great. Just Spear Spin, Living Armor.
HC, Living Armor.
Everything.
Yeah. With credit to Paparazzi keeping that alive. All the ranged heroes to normally get down with that Necro Arc was on like the opposite side. Roche is at like 50% HP. IG are smoked up during this night time.
It's that
Visual block on land. Up, they get him.
wait.
I think it only came back.
Dire's middle tower has fallen.
The shade shifted there on metal damage that would be used to kill Roach. And I don't think there's a medallion. Yeah, no medallion on Radiant. Or Dire for that matter, but it's more valuable on Radiant.
In my game, well, I can 18 box fight. Haven't goes. It was with the fight.
seems to have pretty good vision, and now Dyer's got really good vision.
Excellent. Committed for
Wolf is gonna come success.
Now success. Force back out. Pretty good. Play the right side open. This was by a rough on the whole team.
Oh no!
Bouncing on gaze up. That's a nice X back as well. Looks like the storm won't hit, but that's good. Double kill on Paparazzi. A little bit more. Got Manta style and the full match won. Okay, hit him. Manta style success of reach. It's gonna be tough. He's just gonna trigger Paparazzi's get away. Nice X back. That's gonna take a. The right side looks like they got a couple more, and finally Q. The last way out. Oh, Vici went home, but he's dead.
I don't really know where the structure was at the beginning of the fight because it shows. So you go for that play as there's Shaker. I respect that. This ward allowed Defra to basically like almost precast her BKB and Yules. She knew that he was gonna go for it, so she activated the BKB. As soon as he jumped in, she was well aware and Yules didn't. But then after that, Puck had a pretty good recoil, and only one hero on Vici had the BKB, and that's Death Prophet. But Static Storm was nowhere to be seen. It ended up being used after Juggernaut chased them up onto the high ground shrine area. So if Disruptor was able to get a solid kinetic field plus Static Storm off, that fight may have gone completely different.
A prize.
Double damage.
Very good choice about you had or something glad, but
His Invis is inferior to Fenrir than this, and that man is stomping around all over the place. We're gonna go for the tier 2 bot, which I think IG are in a condition to defend.
I think Juggernaut he might be
I can see that.
well, so let's get the
Right. Power only just up that damage, not green damage. Oh, Poxy, nice. And the overgrowth though on this Shadowblade Puka.
kills the disruptor.
Radiant structures are
There's nothing they can do. Exorcist has his resources, but there's no follow-up. He has Blink Echo, but what? Oh, okay, Ghost. Calculated. Young 11. Doesn't matter. RP onto the 2 remaining heroes, Radiant.
Oh no. Away from him.
He hasn't got to the zone. Pocket's got to play this over here. Oh, what a freaking Crypt Swarm! Oh, that'd be complicated. Oh my god!
Blink.
Blink?
The face!
Do they see his particles? Those particles, all the fight's coming in!
Yo, he's actually fighting. Let's hit the bow. Oh, he's still alive.
Void.
For a nice.
Cancel the TP.
And now land. It's
Yules?
on cooldown.
No.
1 second.
On cooldown. Yo,
Yo, making the
sick.
play.
That was, you know, a lesser player would have panicked in that situation, but he was cool and calculated.
Crazy thing is that he messed up one time in the middle, and most player would just die there. But you know,
Whoa, going ham. Yeah. Turns to daytime. He runs that with his haste.
So Gaze up,
pretty solid resource. Yeah, he takes a tier 3 tower. Hell yeah.
They're still very big, making something out of a bad situation.
Well, it's not that bad. They still have 2 tier 2s on the other remaining lanes, which means that they can continue to take fights kind of aggressively outside the base, and they won't get, like, massively punished.
Also, these Lycan things could start working on the shrine.
Oh yeah, that's also very true.
They won't be able to take it very quickly, but...
Okay, you've got time. Aegis only just now expired on Paparazzi's Juggernaut, so... The next... I don't think either team is going to really be too adventurous until the next Roche is up.
Yeah.
Useless. Yeah, and then this only helps you get out of 1. This way now he can deal perfectly with the Stat Storm as well. And even though the Disruptor does have an Active Scepter on the menu, he's still a long ways away from it. As Exocess takes a Bounty Rune right in front of his face. Because, you know, Exocess wants to get a BKB, it's nighttime, Bobica sees everything.
And Exocess is ready. BC4 up to 12, Fissure. They don't...
You can't go on her, she has BKB.
Well, the thing is, if you go on her, RP is messing up too. Exocess is blocked by these creeps. Oh my god, Demieno links you her back. Echo Slam only getting a season and then the back Fenrir. Static overactivates the Paparazzi. Explosive, then get all. And now, the Q is negative. The body barrier is out.
I still want to fight this. Earthshaker didn't want to buy for nothing. He can still blink chant once this exorcism times out, which has like enough 5 seconds left. The chant misses. Rules. Oh my god. Yeah, but Lamb just toggles his way through an urn and gets out just fine. Bobica about to go down to the siphon and the gem is left behind. I think that was a bit of a misplay by Bobica. He got greedy. Either that or he was too scared about Kunkka reacting. What, did you miss that?
I missed that fight.
Oh my god.
Whoa.
Well.
I missed the tail end of that fight.
Well, there was a lot happening in that tail. It was a very expressive tail. Basically, they locked down the Juggernaut for a little bit. Instead of going for the kill, instead Bobica went to go finish off the Kunkka, which ultimately he did somehow. But
that part, and then he ran away with no mana, and I think Juggernaut survived.
Yeah, Juggernaut survived. So I think that if Bobica had ended up going for the Juggernaut directly, they might have been able to finish him off.
It's
but
hard
instead,
to say,
Paparazzi gets out alive. Yeah, it is hard to say.
He wasn't going for the Kunkka. The Kunkka might have been able to help him.
Well, at most he would have been able to contribute next. Like, even if you get hit by Torrent as now, Paparazzi, spin, kills,
Fissure, overgrowth, gonna be an RP! The zombie side's gonna fly out as well. This is not gonna be a one-fight. Vici looking to eliminate IG, and they just called GG there. Well, that was everything.
Poor Shaker. I don't know how he ended up getting the rest of that overgrowth. Maybe he got pushed by a train. Whatever the kid, that was the last. That came afterwards in a real hurry. But props to Vici.